Hi everybody, and welcome to video 1 of learning how to use your MyFitnessPal right after you've installed it. So now that you've installed the MyFitnessPal app, we wanted to take you through step by step, basically so you can have a visual of how to set up and use the app properly and effectively. So when you first signed up for MyFitnessPal, they probably had you already fill out a few questions which can easily be changed if you downloaded it and you already tried to answer these and you weren't sure how to answer them. They can easily be changed in the app, which I can show you in this video, so don't worry. The questions were probably, what was your goal? Is it to lose weight, maintain weight, gain weight, activity level, things like that. In this video, we're going to go, this is the main screen, this is the home screen. And in the top left corner is where it says MyFitnessPal, and it has 3 lines. We're gonna click on the 3 lines, and we are going to go right into, first we want to set our goals. So when you go into your goals, it's going to have you put your starting weight. We don't want you to actually put your real weight in here. We want you to put 567 pounds as your starting weight. The reason for this, all these questions that they're asking you here in the goals area, activity level, what you want your goal weight to be, your current weight, MyFitnessPal takes these and adjusts your calorie intake and things like that. And we don't want to be using MyFitnessPal as a calorie tracker. We are using MyFitnessPal. It has nothing to do with calories or counting macros or anything else. It's merely a database to use to log and track food intake, the quality of the foods, so SolFit can have an easier accessibility to your food logs to be able to better serve you and adjust what needs to be adjusted if need be. So here we have starting weight. All you have to do is click on it. You're going to adjust your weight in pounds. Mine already says 567, hit set. And then current weight, you're going to put, since this is day 1, you're going to put the same weight, 567. Your goal weight is 567 pounds. And your weekly goal, we are setting this to, this is where it's going to ask you, oh, it will recalculate. Yes, that's fine. This is where it asks you, oh, you want to lose 2 pounds a week, gain a pound a week. Our goal is maintain my current weight, which is what it's clicked on right now, and then you're going to hit set. This way, there's less adjustment from the app trying to adjust your calories, which again is also why we had your starting weight across the board. Everybody's starting weight is 567 pounds. That way, nobody's trying to do math of how many calories they're eating or anything like that, because we aren't caring about calories here. Okay? And there's no way in the app to take the calorie option off. So where you go down a little bit further, it says activity level. You're going, just by clicking that, you're going to do very active. Again, this is just because they try to set your calories adjusted based on your activity level, and we don't want to care about that at all. So we're going to put very active. And then the last setting in here is nutrition goals. If you click on that, that's where it's adjusted your calories, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. Since we're not caring about that, But this just goes to show it calculated my calories based on the weight that I put in, and the fact that I'm quote unquote very active according to the app. It calculated my calories as 5,740, which is great because we don't care. All right, so we're going to keep going back out of goals. So you keep hitting your back button. We're back to our main home screen. Now we're going to go back to the left-hand corner with the 3 lines. And actually, let's go back to our diary. So this is our home screen. At the very bottom, it says diary. Click diary. And this is for today. Now it's up to you. If you're a meal planner like me, I actually will swipe to tomorrow. And I will plan my meals for tomorrow. That way, tomorrow I don't have to think about what I'm cooking or what I'm making. I kind of already have it planned. And then if I don't end up eating it, or if I end up eating something else with it, I can just easily add it in. But that's up to you, your preference. If you want to do it as you eat it, that's fine. Or track it as you're eating it. So this is today's diary. And let's say you want to add breakfast. So you're going to click add food. And you're going to go on the search bar, and let's say you had eggs. So you're going to type eggs in, hit search, and it says egg, 1 large egg. So you can kind of scroll through some of these. I mean, eggs are pretty generic all the way around, but it will give you other options, like if you did egg whites instead, like if you cracked the egg open but kept the yolk out. But I'm just going to go with the first option just for the sake of the demo. And you click on it. This is the nutritional facts for that egg. So it says right at the top, it's an egg. Number of servings is 1. Serving size is 1. Well, let's say you had 2 eggs, two whole eggs for breakfast. So your serving size is 1 large egg. But I'm going to click on number of servings where it says 1. I'm going to click that. And I'm going to change it. So I had 2 eggs this morning instead. I'm going to hit 2 and save. So I had 2 eggs, 1 serving, or 2 servings of 1 large egg. So that would be 2 eggs. And then you're going to hit the check mark on the top right corner. And now it says under breakfast that you had 2 large eggs. Let's say you had some whole wheat toast with it. You can go back in, add food. You might have a special brand. I like Dave's Killer Bread. Dave's Killer Bread. Dave's Killer Bread. Power Seed. Yep, he has a couple different brands, but I like the Power Seed. So I go in, I hit that, number of serving. I only had 1 slice, which the serving size is 1 slice. So I had 1 serving of 1 slice. And I'm going to click it. And that's it. So that's my breakfast. So I did already put some things in here for lunch. So I'm going to show you, because I'm going to delete this, how to delete. Like say you put it in, you said, oops, I didn't have that for breakfast. I had it for lunch. You can tap on it and hold. And it gives you the option to delete it, or you can move it. So let's say I just wanted to delete it. So I'm going to hit delete, and it goes away. Now let's say for the mixed salad greens, which I put in there, I'm going to hold that down, and it says move to. Well, I didn't have it for lunch. I actually had it for dinner. So I'm going to hit move to. It asks me where I want to move it to, and I click dinner. So now it takes it out of my lunch and it moves it into my dinner. Okay? So that is how you manually add food to your diary. Now, an easy way to add foods, if the food that you're eating has a barcode, you can scan your food. So if let's say lunch, I'm going to add food. So you're going to click add food. Oops, add food. And where the search bar says search for food, if you look over to the right, it has a scan. It looks like a barcode. You're going to click that. And I have a can of black beans from Market Basket here. So I'm going to click the scan. And you just put the barcode right in front of your camera on your phone or your tablet or whatever it is you're using. And look, it shows right up. Black beans, Market Basket. The number of the serving size on the can, so it's automatic, it goes to a half a cup. And number of servings, so I have to edit that. So say I usually like to change the serving size to be 1 cup across the board. So I changed my serving size to 1 cup, and then I just changed the number of servings I had. That way, if I only had a 1/4 cup, I'm not saying I had a half of a half a cup. I'm just going to set it to serving size is 1 cup, and I had a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to change my serving size to 0.25. And it changes that information. Not that we're worried about the protein, the fat, or the carbs, or the calories at all, but this tells us at SoulFit exactly what you were eating and how much of it you were eating. Again, just a database on it. So, say you filled out your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, you got a snack. Now down here, if you see, it says notes right next to nutrition and right above where it says complete diet, that blue button that says complete diary, it says notes. You are definitely going to want to be using notes to communicate more information that we want from you, which is discussed, will be discussed with you what types of things we want in here. But when we say to use the notes section to note whatever, this is the notes section we're talking about. So you click notes. And we're talking about food notes, so I'm going to put food notes. Now say I logged my food, I logged everything I wanted for lunch, I sat down, and I only ate half of it. So, instead of recalculating your entire lunch to now be half of what you actually ate, just note lunch, type it in, lunch. I could only finish half. I felt full. Or you could use this where you said, I felt nauseous, or anything else that, whatever you feel needs to be noted and that we need to know about. And then you, on the upper right-hand corner, hit the checkbox. And now the note is saved, and at the very bottom it said notes, food, and it will say lunch. I could only finish half. And then we have access to that. Now, another setting that I'm thinking about now that I'm talking about the notes and how we need to see this, one of the settings, I'm going to go back, hit the back button. So now I'm in my home screen. And we want to make sure that everything that you're adding into your MyFitnessPal, actually I think it might be under profile. Oh, maybe not. But we want to make sure that everything you're putting in is not private. So if it's the setting, and I think it automatically goes to setting, I'm sorry, it automatically goes to private, like an automatic setting, like a default. We want to make sure that that changes to either public or friends. Oh, I think it's at the bottom where it says settings. Edit profile, my goals. Diary settings, that might be it. Here we go. Okay, so let's just do that again. So you go in settings, and then you're going to go to diary settings. This next chunk, it says my account, and then those settings, and then it says settings with more set. So you go diary settings, and then you're going to come down to where it says diary sharing. You're going to click that, and you have the option of private, public, friends, lock with a key. So it either needs to be friends or public in order for us to be able to look at your log, which is the whole purpose of this. So we do ask that make sure that this is set to friends or public. Public just means anybody can see it. Friends means that you just friend us at SoulFit as one of your friends, and then we have the access to it. Okay, so that is that. Mine's already set to friends. And let's see, I want to also talk about diary. Let's go back to our diary. So I'm going to hit the back button. Go to our diary. Diary settings. I think that's where I want to be. These should all be checked off. Show diary food insights. Show water in diary. So you can log how much water. This is where the diary sharing is. Another way to find the diary sharing. And that's it. So that should be everything. That's how your settings should look like for your diary. Adding foods, we talked about that, and scanning. Serving sizes, deleting and moving, adding recipes and meals. So let's go to dinner. All right, so I'm going to delete my mixed greens. I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to delete entry. Dinner, I'm going to add food. And now at the top here, so in blue, it says dinner, and it has the options of all, recipes, meals, and my foods. And under all, you'll see like searched, like these are the stuff I recently searched, the eggs, the Dave's Killer Bread, the black beans. So these are it's almost like your Google search history. This is your MyFitnessPal history searches. So those will come up, which is a quick, easy access right there to foods you use frequently. But I want to talk about meals. So I'm going to scroll over to meals. And I had already made what I called a SoulFit garden salad. So I'm going to show you how I made this meal. Because if I wanted to add just an entire meal, say I have a salad every single day, and every day I have 3 cups of greens, cucumber, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, maybe some black olives, an onion. You don't want to have to add that in every single day, especially if you have the exact same thing, the exact same meal. So when you do have that salad, you make it the same way. So how you do this is you go under meals. At the top right hand corner, you'll see a plus sign. It'll say plus, multiple add, and then a plus sign. So you're going to do the plus sign. And I'm going to do a meal. I want to create a meal. And you can name it anything you want. Like I said, I named it the SoulFit Garden Salad. So let's call this one SoulFit. We'll call it a green green salad. Okay, you can even add a photo at the top there. You click it, you could take a picture. Then it will say share with. This is, again, I think it automatically does public, but you can change it to say, I don't want anybody else to search for this, so I just want it to be my friends. They can search it and see my recipes. Or us, so we can see when you put what a Soul-Fit green salad is, we can see what that is and what that means. And then you just add directions. Salad isn't too hard, but instructions, I'm gonna say wash. This is the extent of my cooking right here. Wash, mix, enjoy. There we go. And then I hit done. And that adds my that has added now, that adds my directions, but now I need to add so at the bottom, where it says add, that plus sign, now you can start adding your foods. So I'm gonna add, if you don't have the barcode to scan, then you just search it in like this: organic mixed greens, search, organic mixed greens. So this is a great example. The very first one says mixed garden greens, organic, 100 grams. Well, I don't really like the option of grams, but the very next one down, mixed salad greens, they're 1 cup. So this I know does cup servings, because we really like to do cup servings for veggies. So I'm gonna click that one. The number of, the serving size is 1 cup, which we'll just click on it just so you can see. You can change the metric system, I suppose, or you can use, depending on what it is. If this was something that was a fluid, you could do fluid ounces. But I like to make sure, because this isn't always the same, that there is always a cup version. So I always try and click on the one that's a cup version, as long as it's really what I ate. So I'm going to save that. That 1 cup is the serving size, but I had 3 cups. So I changed my serving size, or my number of servings, to 3. So I had 3 1-cup servings. And then we check the check mark on the top right corner. Saves that. Then, whoops, stay. Save. Oh, you get it on the right hand corner, you hit save. And then that saves it. So now we're gonna go to dinner. We're gonna add our food. I'm gonna go over to meals. I'm gonna choose which meal I wanted. And I said, what was it? The Soul-Fit green salad. Although I didn't add any other food to it. I probably should have added more food, but you just add it the same way. You'll add your olive oil, you'll add your olives, whatever else you had in your salad. So this is what you wanted as your meal, which was your green salad. You're going to hit the check mark. That was your meal, but I also had a 1/4 cup of black beans. So my black beans is still in my history. I hit black beans. I had a 1/4 cup, and I'm gonna add it. So there. For dinner, I had my mixed greens salad, my Soul-Fit mixed green salad, and my black beans. So that adds, and then when we click on that, we can see what your meal what that means, that SoulFit mixed green salad, what does that mean? We can see what that means. That means it's 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of black olives, and the organic greens, etc., etc. Let's see, adding recipes, we did that. And that is the basics of setting up and food journaling. So if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions, concerns, or anything else that maybe we didn't cover and you'd like to know. Okay, thanks.